Thank you, judges, for being here. My name is Gabriel Gervais. I grew up in a small town in upstate New York, and I currently go to school at Flagler College in St. Augustine, Florida. So, with a show of hands, how many of y'all enjoy traveling, experiencing new cultures, tasting new foods? Well, I know I do, but the problem was I grew up in a lower socioeconomic background, and I didn't always have the chance to travel with my family. It was always a novelty. That's why we created Cozy Swaps. Well, if the video, 40% of Americans have never traveled. And that means they've never left the country. And I see that as a big problem, and that's what our mission is to fix. So here's our solution. It's time to make your house work for you instead of just working for it. I'm not sure if the video is working here, but you'll see a brief preview of our prototype. We're in the early stages of development, but our app plans to function like a simple dating app where you can swipe, like to express interest, and facilitate swaps. We're in the early phases, but we plan to launch by the end of this year, and there's an exciting future for us. So, understanding our competition. So, you may be asking, who is in this field? Because it's a pretty small field, but our biggest competitor is called Home Exchange. Now, they're a great company, and they control 70% of the market space, but their biggest problem is their barrier to entry. It costs $1,000 for a year subscription to their platform that lets you swap for an entire year, but that's just too expensive, and that's why our platform is going to be exactly $0. So, this is a huge market opportunity. The vacation rental market was recognized at $88 billion in 2022 and expected to grow to $114 billion by 2027, and we plan to capitalize on that and get market share. So our mission here at Cozy Swaps is to level the playing field and make travel accessible to everyone. So the size of the market that we want to control, the home exchange market's pretty new, but it's about a $5 billion market, and we plan to gain 1% of that market to start, which is $50 million. So you may be asking, since our platform is free, how are we going to make money? Well, you can use our platform for completely free, but we're also going to use a freemium model, meaning that you can subscribe and upgrade, so you can remove ads and refine your search even further, so you're able to truly find your dream swap. So looking at our timeline, we first plan to develop. We've already got industry comps, so from companies like DraftBit, Bubble, and TopTool, and we expect it to cost about $50,000 to $100,000 to develop. Then we plan to fundraise on platforms like Kickstarter so we can build a ready, vital market right as we launch. Then we're going to market and leverage our influencer connections to get our name out there and really get a buzz. And finally, our goal is to exit at about a $100 million valuation to a larger tech firm like VRBO or Airbnb. Now, judges, are you ready to join me in changing the way people travel? Thank you.
Love the logo because we love dogs.
Thank you.
I have a question. You mentioned 40% of Americans have never traveled. That data statistic is based, compared to the socioeconomic class separation in the United States and those sorts of things, those that even if they swapped their home could not afford to get on a plane and go somewhere, right? So is that 40% based within a certain economic class that you're anticipating would also be able to actually afford to travel outside of just the accommodation side of things?
Yeah, essentially our goal is to target people who can travel, but it's just a barrier, more the middle class and upper middle class. Our goal eventually would be to allow anyone in any socioeconomic background to travel, but this would be able to be just pretty much in those demographics, yeah.
In terms of your thinking about the model, am I swapping directly with another homeowner? So I have to find someone in a location that wants to come to my location, or is it they're going somewhere else and someone else is coming to mine? So it's a many-to-many relationship versus a one-to-one.
So the platform will work where you'll be able to swipe and see all different countries. If you want to go to Spain, you want to go to Italy, wherever you want to go. But in the beginning phases of the sign up for the platform, you'll be able to select like 5 or 10 locations you're potentially interested in swapping with and then go. We also plan to have a feature where it's an experiences tab, so you can access local experiences. And we'll have freelancers from those countries so we can help support those economies as well.
But I don't have to find someone that wants to come to my house for the same week that I want to go to their house.
Well, you do, yes. So you have to have 2 people at the same time meet and both want to exchange, yeah.
Okay, so it's a one-to-one. And then I guess the other, I'm sorry if I interrupted. how do I protect my home, right? I've got some stranger, what you're thinking there. That would be that's going to be my biggest hesitation, letting a stranger stay in my home.
Yeah, I completely understand that. It's a completely valid argument. And we plan to partner with some potential insurance companies to insure your home up to a certain level, potentially also a deposit system, which hasn't been fully thought out yet, but our goal is to make sure you meet the person at first, which is why you'll be able to call them and hopefully build long-term relationships with people from other countries, just expand your network. So,
do you require your user to be the homeowner? Could renters take care of this, and how would that work?
I think you would have to consult with your landlord, but the idea would be that anyone could use it. Thank you, I appreciate it.